Hi guys, welcome back to another episode of Long Distance Yap podcast. My name is Lauren and I'm from San Diego.
My name is Deirdre and I'm from LA.
Yay! Welcome to this week's episode. Um, okay, so here's the funny thing. So Deirdre, we almost crossed paths on Saturday because you're in San Diego.
Uh-huh. Oh, I was just like, wait, were you on your way up to LA while I was going down?
No. I was at work and then
Yeah.
and then
I was
Deirdre
actually
texted
at
me.
UTC and you work really close to UTC.
Yeah, that's I know.
I saw your location.
That's really funny because I was at work and then
Mhm.
Deirdre just texts me all of a sudden and she's like, "Oh my God, I forgot to bring Portos," and I was like 20 minutes in.
Me and my mans were like driving down to San Diego for my cousin's wedding. And then my brain was just like, all right, we're gonna go try this new matcha. There's like a in Davian in OC.
Oh, okay. I rarely visit OC.
Yeah, but like so anyway, I like my other friends they keep raving about like matcha and OC and all of that. So I'm just like, we need to try because you don't usually go to OC.
Hmm.
And so once we were driving, we were so close to the place. I was like, wait, Portos. And I looked at the I looked at the maps and the closest one was 20 minutes behind us. And I'm like, next time. But I was just like, I'm so sorry. I know I said I'll bring down Portos next time I come down to San
No,
Diego.
that's
And I
okay.
didn't.
I
Yeah.
also didn't know. I'm pretty sure you mentioned to me that you were coming down for another wedding, but I completely forgot.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
It's
So
yeah.
because I looked and I was like, what? I was like, why is she coming down to San Diego? Was the matcha good
Yeah.
though?
It was pretty good.
Did you just
We
you got a
tried
latte?
we got the latte. I feel like we should have gone something else.
Mm.
We got like one matcha latte and then the other one latte with egg cream. I don't know if you've had a coffee with egg cream.
I had like the like you know at boba places they have like that cream cheese or that cheese, that
Like a
cheese foam.
foam.
Yeah, I've had
Hmm.
that, but not an egg
Yeah.
one.
For some reason, I think it's a Vietnamese thing because at Vivi's wedding, she got that for everyone.
Oh, does
And that's
she?
remember that place that I was just like, we got to go to that coffee place at Vinh Hung, and then they were
Oh
closed
yeah,
on a
yeah,
Tuesday.
the egg
That's
coffee.
yes, that the egg coffee, like that was
Oh,
a top that they put on the drink, and I'm just like, I'm gonna try that, but I really
I'm
want
sure.
matcha.
I'm sure that sounds good.
It was good
The
actually.
egg one.
Oh, good. I was like,
Um,
it's eggy. I'm like, it's egg cream.
yeah, it's like what's it called? Like meringue almost, right? Because that's egg white.
Exactly. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
Hmm.
yeah. How was the
Yeah.
wedding though? It looked like it was fun.
It was so much fun. Yeah, like we got to hang out with the family.
Wait,
Um,
who is this in the family?
this is Ate Karen. She is my on my mom's side. Her mom and
Mm.
my mom are siblings.
Oh, I see.
Mhm.
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah,
I
it
know
was it was so fun.
because I was looking at your location and I was like, why is she at like church the entire day?
Yeah, we were at the Heights, and then that's where we were getting ready, and then the church was at like 1 until
Mm.
like 2:30, and then the reception was back in the Heights. Um, yeah, and I was like the maid of honor, so
Oh, look
I
at
had a lot of
you.
duties, and I'm just like, that's
This
fun.
is this is your what, third or fourth time being a bridesmaid?
In a bridal party,
Yeah. 3 or 4 times, right?
fourth.
Fourth time. Okay. Everyone
Yeah,
just wants you to be a bridesmaid.
I know what's going on, guys.
Can I take a break?
It's so funny because, and for me, like I didn't really have a wedding. Like I just eloped because I'm just like, one, it's because my family is too freaking big and it's a lot of money, and I wouldn't know who to put in my bridal party because it's gonna be like the entire party. So like I'm just like, let's just choose our piece and I'll just let people know I got married.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because I was gonna for this week's episode, I wanted to talk because of your visit to San Diego. I wanted to talk about
Uh-huh.
like dream weddings, like what your wedding will be. Like
Uh-huh.
our different perspective. So like, I mean, you would want like a big, not a big, but like a very close wedding, right? Like a small group, or just not a wedding in
I'm
general.
good.
Okay, okay.
No, because well, I mean, is it like like without expectations from people? Like if it was in a perfect world, because the reason behind me not wanting a wedding is the situation of like the relationships in my family that does not allow me to enjoy a situation where everyone's in the same room.
Uh, let let's push that out of the way and kind of do like, what do you want to do? You know what I mean? Like, what's like? Do you have any scenarios or like fantasies of what you're, in another universe?
In another universe, am I still marrying the same guy?
Yes.
uh, no, I
Like
guess I don't really care. I really loved how I did it. Like, it was so intimate. Like, it's just a little thing that we both had.
Oh, good. That's good though. I know
Yeah, yeah,
it's very rare for people to, you
yeah,
know, just they just don't want a big, you
yeah. No,
know.
it was so crazy. The entire time, Ogun and I was like, "You want a wedding like this?" And I'm like, "I'm good, dude." Like, it's so stressful. You see, I'm running around. He was like, "Yeah, I agree. Damn." Because
Yeah.
no, yeah, like my cousin, like they like pre-cut everything. They DIY'd a lot of things. They had to coordinate so many people, and like even when I'm in other people's weddings, like Vivi, like like everyone else that got married, like I just didn't. I like my peace. I love my peace,
Oh, I totally feel
and I
that.
think
Yeah.
yeah, Ogun and I are on the same page. We're just like let's just do things as simple as we could because marriage is just for the both of us. Like I love that people want to celebrate you, but just like they can just like my Instagram post that's celebrate. I don't know. It's. I mean, I know it's like a lot of fun to throw a party for
Oh
everyone.
yeah.
Like I bet maybe in our 10-year anniversary.
Yeah.
That might
No,
be
but
funner.
I do like your guys' aspect on it. It's like it's for you guys, you're not doing it because someone is telling you to. Especially when it comes to family. I mean, obviously I'm not married, but it's like the thought of it, it's like, oh, it's because I don't want to be mean, but it's like who do I want at my wedding? You know what I mean? I don't want to exclude anyone.
That happened. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
You have to
so
like
I
touch your guests. Blah 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 blah.
yeah,
Yeah, yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
Especially because it's two families and that's a lot. So
Mm-hmm.
it's a lot to accommodate. And so like before I was thinking of like, oh, like, big parties and all that stuff, but now as an adult, like I love like smaller weddings. I'm talking about like maybe 20 per side,
Mm-hmm.
bride or
Mm-hmm.
groom or whatever. Because like it's just a lot. So
Yeah, it is.
yeah, because when
And
I was talking to V, oh, sorry.
go ahead.
Oh, I thought you were going to say something. No, because when I was talking to Vivi, when I was catching up with her, I was like, I feel like because her and David, I felt like they were just so like tired throughout, the entire planning is well, I wouldn't say it like that, but there was a lot of planning,
Yeah.
of course, so you are going to be exhausted, but
Yeah. It's a
she was,
given. It's
it's a
something. Yeah.
given. But she's like, yeah, like she liked how it turned out and stuff, but at the same time was like, oh, it's like that's a lot of work. Yeah, so I don't blame
Yeah.
her.
That's usually what you're signing up for. And I mean, and at the end of the day, it's like probably the most special day that you and your spouse will have, and like memories being made with all your family members and them knowing. Like, I
Mhm.
mean, for me, I do kind of feel the little awkward moments, and I would like, my family be like, "Oh, that's your husband," oh, and then like one of my cousins, he met Ogun for the first time yesterday, and literally the first thing out of his mouth, he's like the second oldest cousin on my mom's side, and we're all very close, and he
Mhm.
was like, "No, you're the husband." I was hurt, and I'm like, "Why were you hurt?" He was like, "Very close. He didn't tell me." I'm like, surprise, now you met him. Hee hee hee. But I mean,
I
like a lot of it behind it is just really keeping my peace, and it's not worth it.
I know that's like I okay, it's funny because have you seen those memes where it's like you try to be mysterious, but then you end up like saying everything?
Yeah.
See, like I'm trying to do that now and not kind of like
Mhm.
expose what I'm doing in my life. Cause
Mhm.
like people don't need to know that, and I don't want to share that.
Exactly. And unless you're asking me how I'm doing, that's the only time you'll find out what I'm doing.
That's true. I'm not just gonna be
Unless you
like,
watch our podcast, you'll find out what we're doing.
nice promo. This is so
No, but
funny.
literally, like knowing that people care, knowing that people check on you, I feel like social media has made it so accessible for everyone to find out what's going on in people's lives. And I
Yeah.
think that's a downside of it.
Yeah, I can definitely agree on that. But I think going back to like how much are you telling people, especially when it comes to family, I think I definitely agree with you on that with the whole, you know, families are so judgy, let's put it that way. They're gonna, you know,
I don't know if it's
pinpoint.
a Filipino thing. Maybe I feel like it's kind of universal.
I
If
think
they
it's a
feel like
universal
I
thing.
feel like they should be involved because they're family. You know, like all those like quotation marks all over those
But
words.
it's like I don't owe you it,
Exactly.
you know?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Regardless of how close we are, it's like
Mm-hmm.
I don't have to tell everything.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Unless you really want to know and we talk about it and ask me out for a chat. Like that's the only way to find out. I'm not gonna like just openly give out a newsletter about my life. Like
I know. You know what? It's because we're entertaining to them.
you're so entertaining.
I was like, hi guys. Here's my life update.
No, literally. What was I gonna say? I forgot. Sorry. Lost my
That's
train of
okay.
thought.
Because like I'm thinking like since I'm going to the Philippines soon and seeing
Mhm.
sorry, someone screamed outside my house. Like a
Uh-oh.
little girl. No, 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 it's
I
okay.
heard
I
that.
have the Yeah, did you hear that?
Hmm.
Oh, that's crazy. Yeah, I'm in my living room because like it's so nice outside today.
Is it?
Yeah, well this
My
whole week
window.
in San
My window. Like, I have a blackout.
Oh
There. I'm like, I can't see.
no, it's nice out today. Like actually this whole
Hmm.
week is gonna be like it's almost summer, which I'm so
Yeah.
excited. I
Summer.
hate summer.
Summer. Summer. Summer. Oh, I was gonna. Oh, I remember what I was gonna say. I was gonna say like when people even like ask what's up in your life, you don't even know if they're asking out of genuine like care, like they want to know how you're doing, they want to make sure you're
Mm,
okay. But some people could be asking for the tea, for the plot, you know? And sometimes you don't
that
even know their intentions.
true. That's true. Yeah,
Hmm.
because what I was gonna bring up before I talked about the girl screaming outside, was that since I'm going to the Philippines, I'm seeing family that I haven't
Hmm.
seen in so long. Um, and so, well, one of my cousins watches our podcast, so she's gonna know.
Hey cousin.
Hi, cousin. Hi, cousin Sophia.
My cousin
Um,
Sophia.
but it's like I haven't seen them in like years, but I'm trying to be very wary about how much
You share.
I share, I
Hmm.
guess. Because, dude, again, this might be a universal thing, but word travels fast by mouth, you know? And I'm
Indeed.
scared. Freaking scared. So I'm trying to be cautious about what I'm gonna say, how I'm doing and stuff like
Mm.
that. Because also I kind of want to jump into like I feel like when it comes to especially like the aunties and uncles, I think they kind of want to compare you to like their own
Oh, that's
kids.
huge. It's
Yeah.
huge.
I'm sure I don't even know if we even shared our own relations with
Mm.
comparison because I do get compared a lot to, I wouldn't say
Oh.
a lot, but a
Hmm.
handful. And how I notice it is because my parents will talk about my stuff to like their friends and family, if that makes sense.
Hmm.
You
Hmm.
know, it's like they're competing who's the best child,
Oh my
basically.
goodness. That's crazy.
Yeah, like I know I'm blabbing right now, but there was one moment where I had family visiting, and then
Hmm.
my parents are like, "Oh my God, like show them your artwork, show them how fantastic you are," and blah 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 blah. I mean, like me being an attention whore, I kind of liked it, but
Here you go.
but at the
Send
same
it.
time,
It's make sure you download it not in JPEG. What format do
stop.
you like it?
Shut the fuck up.
Here you go. Sorry.
Okay, good. But it's like during that time, I was like, oh my gosh, I feel like I'm just showing off, you know?
Mm-hmm,
I feel like I'm just
mm-hmm.
showing off just to show my parents that, like, hey, like,
Listen though, there's this thing about envy. It's only envy. It's if it's well, it's very subjective. If
hmm
someone is envious of you and they see all the riches you're showing online, you're so amazing, you're having such a great life, they think you're arrogant. But if they're coming from genuine care, that they're like I'm so happy for them, then they would not think you're arrogant. They would be happy for you.
yeah.
And you can never control how people feel about you. So let them be envious or let them be happy for you.
Yeah, yeah. So, I mean, like,
Yeah.
I'm not saying that my parents are like that. I just, in that moment, and probably in my head, I was thinking like that. But actually,
Mm.
that's fun. That's funny you brought that up in terms of, envy and probably just jealousy. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
But 'cause when it comes to, I guess, families, I want to say specifically Filipinos.
Mm-hmm.
And then we're gonna talk more about
Mm-hmm.
Filipinos. Um, how we have like those who like live abroad,
Mm-hmm.
in the States and stuff like that. And so I would get some comments or from word of mouth saying like, oh my God, like they have all these luxuries and stuff like that. But to me, it's because like I kind of work for that stuff, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And so I wasn't given it. Let's put it that
Mm-hmm.
way. I wasn't given these amenities. I worked for it and I'm not rich, let's put it that way. Like I'm not even high class. Like I'm a working class.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so I guess the status as well it really puts a label from other people's views. So
Yeah.
yeah. I don't know if you
I
have
don't I
any.
don't really have family back in the Philippines anymore. Everyone's here.
Mm,
Either here or Canada. But I feel like they're richer in the Philippines. When I visited, like from my friends, when I went to my friend's wedding, it was wild. It was beautiful. And I'm like, should I stay in the Philippines? Am I gonna be richer? You know, like that kind of life. But I do understand from their perspective, being in the Philippines, the stateside is the dollar value compared to the peso value is a lot bigger. Blah blah
yeah.
blah. I don't know though in the next few years, but but as of as of right now, like the quality of everything is just like so much better in the US. In the Philippines, they don't make a lot. But
Yeah.
also the cost is lower than the US,
The US, yeah.
and then the luxury brands are based off of the US's, people's salary possibly, not based
Mhm.
on a third world country's salary. So I feel like that's where the discrepancy happens. So like they
Yeah.
think it's harder for them to reach something that we can buy easily here just because we make more money.
hmm
Yeah, and
Yeah.
just
And I
accessibility of things, I think.
for sure, yeah. And I really tried to like um because again I've only been to the Philippines once, but it's like it's so hard not to stand out as a foreigner, like as a tourist, because of
Mm-hmm.
maybe the stuff on my clothes and maybe the smell. That's that
Oh no, it's
smell.
very obvious in your
Yeah.
It's super obvious.
So it's all it's branding and it's all the brands you wear, and so it's so hard
Mm-hmm.
not to stick out when that's my roots. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
But at the same time, it's like I don't even follow like I don't want to say that lifestyle, but it's like to me, I really care more about like where I came from, like provincial life, and
What
I
area is your family in?
Bulacan.
Bulacan. And are you gonna be staying in Bulacan most of the time?
Yeah, yeah.
Uh,
Yeah, so
okay.
I'm very, when I look at the Philippines, I'm very like homebody. Like I don't really think of, oh, let's go to the beaches, let's go, do
Mm,
all the shopping. Like I really like to stay home. I really like to have an appreciation of where I came from versus,
okay.
yeah, versus like, oh my God, like splash money everywhere. You know what I mean? Like
Mm-hmm.
I'm not trying to
Mm-hmm.
sound, kind of that way or, that connotation, but I don't know, that's just like my my experience or looking at it.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I was just like asking, are you guys what area would be staying in? Because I think like in Manila, like you probably wouldn't be able to tell that you're foreigner, right? Like or
Mm.
you grew up here. because a lot of it's very westernized. Philippines is when was the last time you went?
2014.
Okay, yeah. So Philippines is super westernized. You'll be surprised. And everyone
Yeah.
speaks English. I think they're pretty used to. Yeah, there's so many Filipino immigrants these days, and a lot of kids are like born in the US and they always
Mhm.
come visit. So it's super, super obvious. So I guess like it's for strangers, it's not that crazy. Like it's not that like big of a deal, I think. But I guess again, going back to the family, that's when things are a big deal when you're the only cousin coming from the US.
Yeah, for sure. And so it's like that's why the first time I came home, a lot of my parents, like their siblings, they were very surprised about how I guess mature my older brother and I were. Like they were expecting like snobby Americans,
Mm-hmm.
but we came
Mm-hmm.
in actually knowing our family and stuff like that. So they were like surprised that we weren't very showy, if that
Mm-hmm.
makes sense. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, but it's different now, obviously, now that, I was a teenager
No,
first time and
literally, I moved
now.
to the US 2012. Do you see the difference from when you met me? Yeah, that's the
Yeah.
Philippines evolution for you to see how far we are from when you went back. So,
Yeah. Oh my God, wait, yeah, that's
shut up.
crazy. Sorry.
Not just in processing, just now.
No, 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 no. Wait.
Yeah. Yeah, I
Wait,
moved to
that
the US beginning of 2012. That's just
and then
2 years off. Yeah,
and
you
then I
went
went back home for the first time.
2014. Uh-huh.
Whoa.
Yeah, and I've changed a lot. Even when I would go back, like I grew up there, right? Until I was
Yeah,
15.
yeah, yeah. Hmm.
And then I came back 5 years later. I already felt a little different. I'm just like, yeah, everyone has like different experiences, their colleges, the topics that they're talking about. I'm like so off guard. And then I went last year or last year,
2 years? Yeah. 2 years ago.
3 yeah, I went end of 2023 into 2024. Um, again, very different, but also very westernized, and it's like really accessible. I was surprised at how cheap things were actually when I was there. So you're in for a shock anyway.
Yeah, because I had another cousin of mine, my third cousin. She went back home for a family party, and she said there's like you said, a lot of stuff is popping up, like
Hmm.
shopping centers, restaurants. Like it's so different.
When I went to Manila, all I did was jump SM malls.
Yeah, no, that's how it is. Yeah.
Hmm.
Oh, I'm so excited to go to the mall though. Oh, and my cousin said that the Jollibee, obviously back home, is like 10 times better.
Oh yeah. But the serving's a little bit smaller, but this is an American thing here. It's a little bit bigger here.
So I'm excited for
Yeah.
Jollibee.
Oh yeah. It's different, delicious.
What's your order at Jollibee?
I eat everything, dude. I usually go for jolly spaghetti and chicken, and then sometimes I'm in the mood for a burger steak.
Burger is good. Okay, but before like the Mira Mesa one opened, I would always like tell people like I always get the Yum Burger, and people bash on the Yum Burger.
Oh, Yum Burger is the spread is so interesting. I love it.
I love the Yum
It's
Burger.
like it's the only burger that tastes that way, if that makes sense.
Wait, not really. That didn't make sense.
No, no, like it's a certain taste. I've never tasted
Oh,
the same thing from other burgers ever.
okay, true. Yeah,
Okay,
it's
yeah.
like yeah, like with
Sorry,
American
English is not
burger.
my first language. Just kidding.
I'm dead. But yeah,
Yeah.
the it's this good. The spaghetti's good too. Oh my God, the peach mango pie.
Ooh,
I love peach.
classic.
Didn't you eat Jollibee like during our first episode? Or
Oh
you were
my gosh,
drinking
yeah, I had a pineapple cruncher.
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
I remember that. That's so funny. Um, I like how this we talk. Why did we both lock
I was
in?
gonna say, one of the things that shocked me in the US after moving from the Philippines was
Mm.
how popular cheese balls were here. The bread with the
Oh yeah, we
cheese.
discussed this last episode.
We talked about this? Okay, I'm so shocked.
Did she?
No,
I was like, did she not
it's just
watch it?
sorry. Okay, sorry, I should have watched it before we started.
I was like, did my own co-host not watch our video?
Sorry, I was busy. Did it just got
It's like
released on Friday?
PSA, everyone, all three episodes from last month are now published.
Oh my
Welcome,
gosh.
welcome to April, guys.
Hey, bro.
April housing.
This is so, oh. Who?
Who? I'm dead.
It's so funny. Anyway,
That's
yeah, cheese balls.
yeah,
Okay,
they
next
are
topic.
good. True, I know. We literally went on this whole tangent just because we went to a wedding on Saturday.
Oh yeah, the Filipino wedding. Love it.
Filipino wedding, yeah.
Oh my gosh. Oh,
No, 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 go, 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 go.
I had a speech and I'm still cringing on it until this morning when I woke up.
Can I say to the viewers every time? Okay, because usually Deirdre and I would plan on either we plan on talking or we just spontaneously call each other. The past few moments, Deirdre has spontaneously FaceTime me. She's like, okay, like I made a speech at work. Did I sound stupid?
Oh my gosh.
She would literally call me just to like evaluate if she was mean or not. Like she's like, did it come off as rude?
So funny. All right, we're seeing a pattern. We're seeing a pattern.
Sorry, I keep on interrupting, but can I just say she literally said during her interview or presentation, she said, I didn't want to do this anyway. Or something
I
of
did
that.
it. They were praising me for stepping in to do something. I was voluntold. I was like, I didn't want to do this. And everyone was like, I'm like, I'm gonna be honest with y'all.
Jen's Gen Z thing ever to say at a job. I didn't want to do this anyways.
It's
So,
okay, they still haven't.
bro, we're already running
I
out
do
of
it well
time.
though. Oh, shit, are we?
Yes.
I do it well though. I do it well. Oh my gosh, we have 10 minutes left. Okay.
Yeah, I have 10 minutes left,
Even if
but
I
it's
hate it, if y'all ask me to do it, I will do it. But you will hear from me.
no, I feel so bad to just call you out like that out of the blue.
It's true though. I'm getting to know myself.
She said it's true though.
I love getting to know myself. Yeah.
No, no, it's the fact that it's like you will do it, but the
Yeah.
but the truth comes out eventually. Like I didn't want to do it.
Yeah. Gladly
True,
do it, but also gladly will tell you why I didn't want to do it.
exactly, yeah. Because
I'm
if
just a
you
worker.
no, because if you because I'm just a worker.
Just a worker.
No, because if you don't tell people that you didn't want to do this, then they're gonna keep making you do it.
Exactly.
So it's like,
No, they're still making me do it. Even after hearing I didn't want to do
dude, you had like what 2 or 3 times you called me because of what you presented, and I'm like, why are they making you do this?
it. Like, do they expect me to give them a sloppy workbook? Like, no, I will not because I don't want to get fired, but I'll be honest with you. So if they want an honest coworker, here I am.
Yeah, I mean, one, it's your job. At the same time, it's like,
I've
yeah,
got
you.
feelings.
Do you usually go when people ask to do what you don't want to do? Do you go with your gut or your heart? Which is so cliche, but like gut feeling or heart feeling.
I don't really add emotion when I work. I'm very like task-based person when I do my job. Like I don't really
I
care. Like
see.
yeah, if you don't give me enough information, I will let you know you didn't give me enough information. I cannot do this. Or if you did, then great. Here you go. Like I'm very
Mm.
I guess I've been working as an accountant for how long now? You look at the calendar.
Five?
So I graduated 2020,
5 years?
started
5
September,
years?
going into 5 years on September.
Mm.
Yeah, so like in the beginning, I feel like it's wild, too wild.
Sorry, the switch up, like
It's great, and I do like my career. It's just that why does everything take so much effort? I just want to lay down and watch TikTok
And play Sims.
and play Sims. Anyway, so like from when I started my career to where I am today, like in the beginning, I was very emotional. Like I feel like everything was a personal attack if they criticized my work. And then I went as I progressed and tried to like figure out the work-life balance and like figuring out how I should feel, I learned to detach that like my work is my work. That's where they're criticizing. My knowledge is what they're criticizing. It's not me as a person.
Mm-hmm.
Because if I don't do that, I will cry. I don't want me to cry. Like this is what I can control. I cannot control what people say about my work. You gotta put a glass over that.
You lock in.
Oh yeah, literally. That's hashtag corporate America for you.
See, guys, she locks in at work and then she cries to me.
She's like, I think I fucked up. If I get fired soon.
It's so funny. Oh my gosh. The way that I remembered the what you called me for.
So funny.
I know again, I'm sorry. I totally cut you off because you're talking about your wedding speech.
Really? Yeah, yeah. Wait, how many? Okay, I think we have time.
Yeah.
So, I had it all in, I like typed it out and everything, and Ogan was like, it's better if you like say it without notes. I'm like, okay, cool. So I was memorizing it. I had the flow. I had just started. I thanked everyone for coming, and then I talked about me and my cousin's, relationship growing up. Like, she's like the person I looked up to. Like, she would play chess, I would play chess, like kind of thing. Like, she taught me how to do all this stuff. I started crying there, and then the rest was history. I don't even remember if I said the whole speech, which I think I did because I got to the part where I welcomed the groom to the family, and he said thank you. So I think I got there, but like it just I don't know. I hate public speaking. And then I was like, cheers, and everyone toasted. I'm just like, okay, I think I didn't fuck up, but I don't know what that looked like. I don't know what that sounded like. I think it was the anxiety like that loomed over me like that time.
No, that yeah, it's like that. You know, you just black out basically.
Yeah, I did. I'm just like, and I got back to my seat. I was like shaking. I was like, I hate this so much.
Let me
Let me
guess, you
message
went
my
back.
cousin. I didn't even want to do that. Just kidding. I'm kidding. I'm
Hey,
not gonna
hey,
do
don't
that.
pull that, don't pull that.
I'm not kidding. I'm not kidding. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I'm not gonna do that. That's
You walk off with the microphone. I didn't want to do this anyway. As you walk off.
all right. I'm anxious now. Thanks for nothing. Just kidding.
I'm fucking dead. But let me guess, you went back to your seat and you completely forgot what you said.
I did. I'm like, did I
See?
go through the entire speech? Like, I don't even know.
Yeah, and you don't even know how long it took, you know?
Yeah,
I
no.
hate that. I hate that
I
feeling.
literally I was holding the the glass of wine till as I got to my seat, and I got the entire Logan was like, "Are you okay?" I'm like, "I'm shaking. I am not well." And I was like, "Whoa, whoa, whoa." I'm like, "Whoa." I'm like, "I'm not okay."
You needed to snap out of that badly.
I did. I was like, "All right," and then it was dance floor time, and I was making everyone dance, so I was good. No one came
That
back to me about the speech, so that's good.
that's a bad sign if someone comes back to you about
Yeah,
that
they're
speech.
like, "Why were you talking gibberish?" Imagine, how's your toast? Imagine, I just don't know what that sounds.
Simlish.
Oh my god, not me starting to talk in English because I'm nervous. That guy.
Cheers.
That was,
That is so funny.
I
Ooh,
kind of
was
do
it?
hate. I do hate being the center of attention.
It depends
It
on what
depends.
the situation is.
It really depends. Because I think at that moment when I saw everyone was looking at me, I started looking at the like I'm just smiling, but I didn't want to look at anyone's eyes. Like I'm just like
No, but sometimes I do have to look at people's faces to see if they're engaged or not.
that too. I did see some people smiling. And just like, oh, like they were like agreeing with him, saying, laughing at like my little jokes. Because I made a joke where it was like, she played chess. I learned how to play chess. She was starting to play the guitar. I also wanted to do it. She started singing. She like loved singing, and she's gone in competitions. I was like, and then I heard my own voice, and I didn't want to do that one. And people laughed. So I'm just like, okay, someone laughed. So I know I got to that part too.
Imagine, can someone laugh, guys?
Sorry, I was not paying attention. Do you guys laugh? That was a joke.
Oh, I would be so cringe if you did that. Can
I didn't
someone
do it. Did not
crickets?
tell. Yeah. No, they did. I saw like, like
The one I freaking
anyway, we
love.
survived. I just kept thinking about it. Have you used
Yeah.
Chat GPT?
Have I used ChatGPT?
Mm-hmm.
Let me guess, you used ChatGPT to do your wedding speech?
Oh no, kind of. I kind of like put out like my own paragraph, and then I made the Chat GPT rearrange it to flow better.
Oh,
But like
okay.
same exact information. But no, I was venting to Chat GPT. Was that cringy? Chat GPT has no bestie.
ChatGPT's like, um,
No, ChatGPT was like, no, that was heartfelt. You cried. It's very consoling.
I'm freaking dead. That is so
I'm just like,
funny.
I need you to tell me if that was cringy. I started like this, and this happened, this happened. She's like, no, you're fine. Like, if anything, people don't really remember like, like scripted speeches. They remember like more emotional ones and how it made them feel. And I'm like,
See, the chat
okay,
knows what's
fair.
up.
I know.
Yeah.
I'm just like, I needed to hear that.
All right. Any last
Yeah.
words before you wrap up today's episode or this week's?
Um, no. I said so many words. You can take it.
Okay, well, thanks for watching, guys. We'll see you on the next episode. Please like and subscribe, and we'll see you next week.